guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Chelsea. You're watching Disney Channel. Just kidding, sorry, that was really random. So if you know me, you know that food is one of my biggest joys in life. I love eating food, talking about food, making food, so I thought why not show you guys some of the meals that I eat in a week. Actually, it's just a work week, but as you'll soon see, I'm pretty routine with my meals, so you'll get the idea without seeing the weekends. This new year, I'm not really about making drastic changes to my diet, but I do want to lean towards the foods that make me feel better and help me stay balanced. I'm also excited to try out these new matcha blends this week. A company called Teangle was kind enough to send me some of their blends, as well as this super cute shaker bottle. I'm not a big pre-workout or drinks person in the morning. I'm excited to see how these teas can make my mornings better and just give you guys my honest review. I've definitely linked their information below if you want to check them out, but let's just get into the video. Starting with Monday, here is what a typical day of eating looks like for me. This morning, I started by trying the lemongrass matcha flavor. All I did was follow the directions on the packet. I put 2 tablespoons into the shaker cup. I added some water and it was very refreshing and super hydrating. My sister tried some too, and here's some of our thoughts. It is like a warm tea with a little bit of peppermint, and because I use some warm water that is not too hot, I think that is the perfect temperature for this. Sunny was hovering around in the background and would like to try it as well, so it's not bad.
Yeah, it tastes like peppermint.
Maybe we tried today this peppermint flavor, and we'll probably try some of the other ones this week. So my breakfast is usually just some nut butter on bread. So here I have some bread that my mom made plus almond butter. I also have a hard-boiled egg and some almond milk. I'm not a big fan of cooking in the morning. I just want to get to my meal fast. I usually don't have stuff like fried eggs or oatmeal, so this is just a super simple way to get me started for the day. For lunch, I just have the Asian combination of rice and vegetables. I'm trying to eat more complex carbs, so not just white rice or white bread. And our family also doesn't eat too many oily foods. In the afternoon, we went to the beach because it was a public holiday this Monday. I ate some snacks there, like this salted egg cracker. The view was super nice, and I filmed a couple of clips, so here is some beach montage. Dinner was quite unconventional because we arrived home pretty late and just had some instant ramen. But we tried to spice it up by adding some fresh vegetables, some kimchi, and some cheese. Overall, it was very delicious. It's Tuesday, and the matcha blend I thought I'd try was just the plain flavor. I just mixed it with some boiling water today, and I haven't had matcha in a long time since I tried to make and failed at making this matcha latte last year. This was a good start to my morning because it didn't give me this caffeine crash. I used to drink coffee a lot in the early days of college, but it would always make me feel terrible afterwards because of all the caffeine, and this was a welcome change. I felt energized, but not shaking all the time. And since we had a late dinner last night, I wanted to show you guys what one of my usual dinners look like. So today we have just a big mix of foods, from some frozen foods like corn dogs and pizza to a 1 pot of vegetable and tofu stew, I guess, that my mom made, and also some stir-fried veggies. And I know that frozen food is not the best for you, but I think it's good in moderation. Dinner is usually just a big mix of whatever we have in the fridge, and this happened to be it. Plus, I had this flaky pastry that my sister's friend dropped by. It was like a green bean flavor and not very sweet and just super delicious. So Wednesday's matcha was this chai and matcha blend. I was excited for this one since chai is one of my favorite tea flavors. I used to get the chai tea latte a lot at Starbucks, and this was kind of like that. There wasn't so much of a matcha taste, so it tasted just like the latte but without the milk. It felt like more of a comforting rather than refreshing drink, and that was great for a cold winter day. And I want to show today's breakfast because we got English muffins! I'm kind of too excited about this, but there's just something about the texture of English muffins that I really like. I split it into 2 halves, putting almond butter and jelly on one and bananas and cinnamon on the other. And of course I had the egg and almond milk with it. For lunch, we had, as usual, a lot of veggies, all cooked by my mom. We had some orange chicken that was air fried and these tamales from Costco. All you have to do is microwave them, and we would usually split one as a family. Now it's nearing the end of the work week, and lemongrass matcha is our last blend to try. So again, this one didn't have too much flavor of matcha and it was very mild, but I think it does wonders when you flavor your water. So during this remote work period, I've been better at being hydrated just because I'm sitting in one place most of the time. But if you want to drink more water throughout the day, I would highly suggest to flavor your water with something as simple as like lemon or this lemongrass matcha blend. It will make your drinking experience much better. Honestly, for me, a meal doesn't feel complete without something good at the end tying it all together. Personally, I like a mix of salty and sweet, which some may find to be absolutely disgusting, so please don't come after me for this. Recently, I've been enjoying these plantain chips with some chocolate. You can get all these snack items in bulk at Costco, which is honestly a gold mine for desserts. I also love baking, so my family often eats a lot of homemade desserts. For example, this week I decided to make this carrot cake, which I will link the recipe I found below. It came out more like a bread texture rather than cake, but it was still very delicious. And I like homemade baked goods because you can decide how much sugar you want to put into it and how you flavor it as well. You also get a really good workout baking because I was having a pretty tough time grating these carrots. It is totally worth it in the end because you're gonna get a good result that will last for days. So now it's Friday and it's the end of the week. Unfortunately, I neglected to make matcha today because I had an interview that was stressing me out, but the rest of the day was just fine, and I want to wrap it all up by talking about fruit. Asian parents love to chop up fruit as a form of love. So sometimes I would come downstairs to some chopped apples or seasonal fruits, oranges. In our household, we always keep a stock of bananas and apples, and we buy seasonal fruit occasionally like cherries, and we have oranges from our orange tree in the backyard. I love to incorporate fruit into my day, even with snacks like apples and nut butter. I think that is just a perfect combination and pretty healthy too. So just for lunch today, I had this glutinous rice that my mom made. You might have seen it in previous clips. It's called 粽子, and it's usually wrapped in bamboo leaves and eaten around the Dragon Boat Festival. But honestly, we make it anytime. And besides that, there are some colorful veggies, some lamb for protein. For dessert, some of this mini lime pie that my sister made. So that is a week in my life through food. I'm definitely very lucky to have a family who cooks for me while I'm at home and still be able to play around in the kitchen with baking or whatever I want to. So one of my goals this year is to incorporate more protein into my diet and try not to do it through protein powders or shakes. I'm a huge fan of bread and cake and carbs, so we'll see how this goes, but especially since I'm trying out new workout programs, trying to focus on improving my strength, I think protein is a very, very important part of that. Pretty much this almost year of remote work has taught me that food and nutrition can be something that is enjoyable and fun instead of just being all about how can I hit these macros in a certain day. I think this is the year when I really try to dive into intuitive eating, eat the foods that make me feel good, not just in a moment, but afterwards as well. Of course, I still have like my off days when I'm on my period, I'm just in a bad mood, and food is something that I know will make me feel good. I want to just eat every single carb in existence, but I'm trying to leave this sort of mindset behind and focus on really what's gonna give my my body and mind the energy it needs to perform at its best. So I'm hoping for 2021 that food will still be a joy to me, as it should be for all of you, to not be afraid of it, to not feel guilty because of it, feel bad, and really it should be something you enjoy and hopefully be able to connect with people through it. So thank you for watching. If you come to the end, please give me a like if you like this type of content. I try to upload every single week, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys very soon.